Hey everyone, this is Alexa Martin, and today I'm going to be discussing and talking about the study that I had read about, which is called Doing Good is Doing Right and the Effects of Corporate Social Responsibility on Customer Attitude and Behavior. So, my study and kind of how my study was done was that there was targeted customers from 5 cellular service provider companies in Pakistan because of their involvement in companies and social activities. They have formal CSR policies and publish their social requests annually. And there was 302 questionnaires that were used for the study. And what was found in this study was when customers were able to see that a company is actively involved in CSR, then they felt more satisfied with the products and services of that company. And as a customer is satisfied, it obviously ups their expectations, and then they are able to have more of a positive attitude, and that will help promote our companies and products or services, and then they are more likely to recommend these things to their friends, families, and relatives. So, like stated on the screen, which is basically a very good quote that was made from my study, was in today's competitive business environment, companies need to be familiar with new demands of market and society. For this purpose, they need to manage their business processes to create a positive impact on society through CSR activities. So, long story short, companies, products, or services really need to find ways to be different than everyone else and everything else around them. How, as a company or business, are you able to differentiate yourself compared to somebody else that is trying to promote or even sell the same thing as you? How are you able to market and get people to have that loyalty and commitment to you? What are you doing differently than other people around you? A big thing that I was blown away by in my study was of word of mouth marketing, and it is actually 9 times more successful than advertising itself in changing customers' attitudes. So, if I am able to buy into and like the way that a company or business is doing something, just by me talking about that to somebody, it's 9 times more successful than just an advertisement that you would just see. That's just crazy to me. Again, it all just comes down to your customer satisfaction. If your customers are more satisfied with your products or your services, then they are more socially responsible. It's all about having that positive influence from your customers by your word of mouth behavior. So, how does all this CSR affect us? Again, all about your customer satisfaction. You will have more success if your customers are buying into and believing what you're doing and what you're preaching. That's how you will be more successful. You need to make those connections, even with your employees. You have to have your employees even buying into what you are doing, what you're practicing, what you're preaching. And this comes down to, again, being consistent and practicing what you are preaching. If you're saying that this is very important for our company to go and do volunteer hours and volunteer service, but then you don't actually provide that for your employees or provide that for your people, then are you really following through? Is that really something that you are strongly opinionated on and what you strongly believe is the right thing to do? Or are you just saying that to get people to like your company? You need to be able to practice what you preach and show people that you are committed. This also can tie into social media and how it affects us. Obviously, we're living in a world where social media is huge. It plays a huge factor in our everyday lives, good or the bad. Obviously, we hope that people will promote the good, but we also have seen the bad side of things, like on Twitter, where somebody higher up, an actor, an actress, a famous athlete, anybody, somebody goes and digs deep into their Twitter, say 10 years ago, finds something negative that they had said, but now they might not believe or feel that way, but they had said it in their past. Really, what kind of image is that showing of you as a person and the organization that you are working for? Again, it just affects us as people, and we as customers are able to actually help those businesses or services for their corporate social responsibility. We're able to put those good words out if we see them. So since most of us are going into coaching or something along those lines, how does all of this CSR affect us as coaches? It's kind of crazy to think since we're not all necessarily in that position right now. But eventually, we're all going to have a platform where we are able to bring awareness to. You as a coach, we as coaches, are going to have to use what we have and make the best of it. You are able to change people's lives. You are able to help those future athletes, and you need to have them buy into what your program and what you stand for. And it doesn't matter what level that you may be coaching at. Say it's high school, say it's the college level, say it's even professional. We're all going to have a platform. It's how we are going to make people buy into our platform and, again, practicing what we preach. So, obviously, I am a big soccer fan, and there is an individual on the United States women's soccer national team, and she always kneels for the national anthem. Well, all of her teammates are standing up beside her with their hands over their hearts for the national anthem, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have the same opinions and views that this other woman does that is kneeling. But again, you're all one organization, and if people aren't liking what is happening, they're gonna blast that up and make it seem like the whole team is awful and all these bad people. But it all comes down to that platform, and she's using her platform to show her beliefs, which is fine, but as an organization as a whole, what are you truly showing for that organization? She's making it seem like the whole national team has these views, and not everyone is agreeing with that, so they're losing viewers, they're losing fans because not everybody is agreeing. So, again, as coaches, no matter what level that you will be coaching at, you will have athletes that are working and who are playing under you, and their platforms and how they use those can very much affect us as coaches as well. So overall, CSR is showing you not only care about your business or your service, but that you care about the world as a whole. You are trying to make a difference in this world, and you and the people around you or people under you are making the world a better place. And the cool and awesome thing is that you get to make it how you want it to be and how you want to live your life. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope that you guys can all answer my discussion question posted on Moodle.